How's it going, everybody? This is Kinema, and you're watching my Modsauce mod pack series. So, um, I wanted to start actually doing some building. It's like 10 episodes in, and I haven't actually built anything. So, um, I'm going to slowly move from this location over to um, where I originally said I was going to build. And I was I thought about an underwater base. I mean, I was having a difficult time deciding exactly where I wanted to start building. But then I figured, you know what? I'll stick whatever here. I really like the green grass. And so, yeah. So, this used to be a roofed forest. I wasn't able to record at all. There was too much noise in my house yesterday with some stuff my wife was doing. So I just got on here and was just clearing out. You can see some of this is land is actually cleared out all the way to one layer under the water. Same with over here. It's just because it was a different color of green. I didn't want to build there. So I still probably going to take all of this out. But, and I don't know how much I'm actually going to terraform, but I'm going to end up making a place out of this area. And I don't know if I should keep this dungeon. There's a lot of stuff down here. Whoa. Huh. There's some stuff in here. Not much. Yeah, I'll probably take this out too and pull up all of this stuff. So, but yeah, so this is what I was working on. I wanted to get it recorded so y'all could see kind of my plans, and then I'll go through and, like I said, clean up the landscape. Um, hmm, you clear up more copper. So at this point, I think that's all I plan on doing. Is I'm gonna probably pick a spot somewhere on one side of it, and I started my AE system, and it is pretty complex and complicated. I may pass on that for now. You can see. I think I have enough dark oak. Let's see. I think I filled just about all of these. Oh, all but this end. So yeah. When I was playing, this is interesting. This is only at one grew, and now it's just been spreading. It's pretty cool. Um, when I was on Attack of the B Team, I used a mod for my storage, and it wasn't the the best. Um, uh, AE seemed to be better, but I may go ahead and throw it together and try it out. But under Project Red, this transportation, it was a pretty cool item system. Um, as long as all of it's still kind of the same. I may actually just use. Yeah, it looks still pretty. Yeah. So the one thing I knew on this was the struggles was getting dyes, and I don't know if you can use these plants. Yeah. So dyes shouldn't be an issue. I got tons of flowers. I mean, the whole world's scattered with tons of flowers, so dye should be pretty easy, and that way I can make some of these other parts. Because I remember when I was doing this on the Attack of the B Team mod pack, um, I was having a difficult time. I wonder if I could use other stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna try to figure out a place to build. The first building I'm gonna build, and now this is gonna be all buildings kind of above ground. So figured I'd have kind of a town looking area where different towns are probably different mods and different rooms maybe. Um, so the first building I want to put together is actually going to be a storage building. Um, Storage can, kind of like a tower. Um, so I just gotta find a certain spot for it, and probably need a bucket. I think a bucket would probably go pretty easy putting the water down, and just running and getting all the dye with my backpack that sucks everything up. So um, I'm gonna do a couple more things, try to get that set up, and then figure out exactly where I want my house, and then get into do some building. So I'll be right back. Well, I started building a structure. Um, that's the that's odd. Um, Started building a structure, and as you can see, I'm using some of the carpenter's blocks. I actually moved my super crafting frames over here. That way I can just go up, right click when I need which one, depending on what items I have. Got tons of wood. You can see I actually have tons of carpenter's blocks as well. So I used the chisel to get some stone, and I am going to need some more of it. Let's do one of those. So for right now, I've basically been trying to get a layout of what I want. The reason why I'm flipping, if you're wondering kind of why I'm doing the different blocks here, it's basically because if you notice how this actually combines with each other, each block combines and it makes kind of like um, it still keeps the border around the edge. Well, I want that border in my build, so I don't want it to just do all one block, then you wouldn't have a border. So I'm putting these in behind the carpenter's blocks to kind of allow for to keep that border. It's still early, and so then you may notice I've been using the carpenter's blocks to kind of frame out the building. That way it's just not a basic square. So functionality, the squares area is fine, but looks, it doesn't really look the best. So then what I was going to do is come in here. Oh no. No. Okay, that's exactly what I want. See how it kind of connects? That's why I like this carpenter's blocks, is you can kind of custom the designs you do, and they break extremely fast. It's another good reason. Okay, and So this is going to be a doorway. I got to figure out exactly how I want to make it. Oh, I think I had it, and there we go. So that's kind of the basic thing I've went with so far. You can see it frames out, and I'll probably do something in this middle area. However, I was building this, and I just use up some of these blocks. Okay. And I still think that looks a little plain. So I think what I wanted to do is probably somewhere. We'll do something like this. Okay, yeah. And like that. So that way it actually gives us a little bit more depth, I guess. We'll do the same thing up here. I may have to break this and redo it. Yeah. Would have been the faster way you start with. There we go. So you can see how using these blocks, it gives you a huge advantage as far as, you know, building your stuff. So just wanted to do a little bit on camera just to kind of show you my thought process of this base. And now the next decision I'm going to have to make is find out, you know, the colors and find out what I want. Oh, crap. Clicking blocks and talking doesn't work. No. There we go. So basically we have these structures. We got to figure out what we actually want to put on the outside of this, as far as and I may do another design, may play around with a couple of stuff, but let me take a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get the frame built up all the way around this and get some type of a cap on it, and then I'll think of something to do as far as what I want to actually make these outside pieces in. So I'll be right back. Well, I've done quite a lot of work, and as you can see, kind of framed out. I liked how the carpenter's blocks actually looks like framing. So you can see I kind of added front door area. I still got a lot to do on the inside, tons of interior to do, but wanted to go ahead and show this off. I still got tons of work, but you can see how, oh, I made a mistake there. There we go. Yeah. So once I actually put textures to this stuff, I may figure out if I made any more mistakes. But, you know, I made like a little diamond thing up there. Nice little entrance. I mean, I guess I could put... Apparently it didn't like that one. That happens a lot to me for some reason. I keep hitting the backup world through the ATL launcher, or the AT launcher. And hopefully it's working. I may need to make physical backups because, I don't know. Sometimes I get a little worried when that happens. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see when I get actually patterns on it. But I did a kind of a front door opening area. As you can see, there's no roof. This side's pretty much the same. Now this dirt, I don't like how it's just a straight. I'm actually going to build it out. Maybe use carpenter's blocks to make like a cool way for it, but I don't know yet. But I didn't want to just have 4 boring sides. I figured that'd be a little bit too much. So I was playing around with down to this side, and I was like, well, I want to do something different. So I was playing around with carpenter's blocks just to kind of, I don't know, maybe I went a little overboard, but and just so it didn't have a straight angle, I kind of fix that up. But I love how these blocks actually connect up to each other. So it will be interesting once I actually get a texture, and that's the next thing I need to figure out. So what I figured I would do is, set up some blocks. Oh, seriously? I love that thing. If you're playing this mod pack and you haven't made those super crafting frames for like simple items and stuff, I kind of recommend it because it does make things a little bit easier. That's not turned the way I want, but it doesn't matter. These things don't have to be perfect. So the main reason I'm putting this here is kind of a okay. So this I am going to tear down, but this kind of simulates that over there. So if we wanted to see how dark stone, dark wood would look with it, you can kind of get an idea from that. So, oh, I did not mean to do that. So is it? Yeah. Shift left click to pop that wood back off there. So yeah. So if we want to do something bamboo-ish, we could. I think you can make blocks out of this bamboo. Yeah. That's the nice thing about carpenter's blocks. You can build your structure and then decide what you want to use. So, you can see, don't really, not what I want to go with. So I'm going to probably play around. I'm going to come back here. We got tons of different things we can use between, I would like to stay away from stone. We do got the wood. Can we chisel this? Yeah. So you could say, we could do something a little different. That looks interesting from back here. So that I'm probably going to make a little bit taller. I need to figure it out, but so that looks interesting. Oh, crap. So one thing that I do like, I see a lot of people use. So I don't know. I like it, but it is kind of overdone. I think. Um, and we'll come back over here. See, I don't know. Chisel. There you go. Oh, so we can get kind of an idea the chisel blocks on what we want to do between, let's see, ice. You know, there's tons of stuff for even dirt, mossy cobblestone if we do that. Even nether brick. Sometimes I do like some of this nether brick. Haven't even, that's one thing I do need to do in one of my episodes. I haven't even been to the nether yet. But there's tons of other stuff, you know. Between marble, some of the marble things look really good. Um, Limestone, I don't know if you can make that or just find it. I don't think I've really found much of it. I'd have to come back to my storage. Um, I can't wait to move all of this stuff over there. So, um, I haven't decided exactly how I want. Whoa. Um, exactly how I wanted to move everything yet. Um, let's see, these are all different types of wood. Stone, there's lapis, glowstone. I really like some of these glowstone textures. You know, that's gold blocks. So you can really do away with the glowstone, some of the stuff you used to have. Iron block textures, those are pretty cool. Concrete I actually really like, and that's probably what I'm going to be making the floor out of. I'm pretty sure if you have concrete, and I don't know if I picked up some limestone. I don't know if I accidentally made any concrete or not. I could do some stuff with the skystone. I don't know if it skystone chisels. That's stained glass. Laboratory blocks are interesting. Some of this stuff I'm gonna have to actually look up how to make because I don't. Oh, just like that. Oh, you can do um, bookshelves. But these factory blocks are pretty cool um, as well. But that's what a lot of people use. You know, they make the buildings look like the factory. Um, those aren't too bad. So yeah, fantasy blocks, holy stone. Holy stone's interesting. I think if I remember correctly, it kind of glistens a little bit. Lava stone. I forget how you make that. Oh, lava bucket stone. Makes sense. So yeah, so the holy stone is that in a feather. So if we make, I don't remember. Do I have feathers somewhere? I should. I got just about everything else. Yeah, 2 feathers. So yeah, if we make some of this, I'll just make a stack of 8 so you can see. Yeah, see how it kind of has a little glisten from it? I've seen a lot of people put this actually behind like black panels or something for the ceiling, just so the glisten kind of sparkles through it. And it has multiple textures as well. You know, you can do. Sound of it's pretty cool as well. Oh, that probably went in my bag. Yeah. So I don't know. That's one thing I have to figure out. I'm probably not going to use the holy stone. I was just looking at it. What did I do? that sort of fits in. That's funny. But yeah, so I kind of need to look through and get an idea. I know at one point I was trying to collect some marble. Put a B in it, or V. Sorry. Um, hmm. There's some. Some more. Do you got some hardened clay? More limestone. Tons of stone. Thought somewhere I'd actually. I do got gravel. I can put that down. Let's throw the gravel. I think if you smelt gravel, you get the concrete. Where's concrete? It's right here. Stone blocks. Ah, here it is. Yeah, it doesn't say. Pretty sure if you smelt it down. Yeah, yeah, you can smelt the gravel down, and it puts it right into concrete, which is pretty cool. Yeah, actually, let's pull those out. So you can. I really like the. And I want to say. This area is a little. There's tons of guys. I want to say if you put this stuff down. Yeah. See how you kind of get the speed boost? So I would definitely like to use this in my base. Even if I don't use the asphalt one, I think you still get the. You still get the speed boost. Yeah. So you still get the speed boost using regular concrete blocks, which is pretty cool. So I definitely would like that inside my base area. And with the chisel mod, you can do all concrete floors, and the nice thing about it is drop this in there. You can see there's a lighter color concrete, there's the other concrete, and now in the dark. So one thing I don't think, if I remember correctly, whoa. This is why I usually put the block. If I remember correctly, I don't think this works, where I don't, where if you do this, yeah. So that's the one downside. I can't do carpenter's blocks on the floor. So I'll have to actually use blocks like that to get the speed boost. Sorry about that. And I don't think you can do half slabs. Yep. This vacuum bag gets annoying sometimes. So, yeah, you can't do that. So, that is going to have to be something that I think about if I do decide to, with the concrete, can't really use the carpenter's blocks. But it's alright. So at least with having the concrete, you can, run through your base pretty quick, or a lot faster than without it. So I'm going to play around with some blocks, get stuff that I feel looks pretty good with going with the design that I've laid out, and probably cut back with a kind of a finished product, but I may go ahead. Actually, I'm going to save that for the next episode. So I'm going to play around with some blocks, see what looks good, but I'd like to hear maybe some comments. Something that goes good with the stone, um, you know, possibly some wood or something. Uh, I don't know. Just let me know kind of what y'all feel would look good on this building with the design that I've went with. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and end it there so I can go ahead and get this video out. Just do a little bit more. That's a noticeable difference. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, may try to do something little different. It's just worn down, so just yeah. So I like that. They give you a good option, and you still get the same effect. So go ahead. I'm probably not going to do too much work. I may play around with some stuff, and may continue to build this on up. Continue up the design, but let me know what you think I should fill it in with. So I'd be very curious to hear. But until next time, this has been Kinema, and I will talk to y'all later.